for the senior.
I wanted to go, but I wasn't accepted.
You say I'm not
In a junior?
And then we get about 20 for volleyball.
in the seniors bracket.
And went to school about 5:30 to 10:30.
Wow.
Works when you have them back to back. Saves some time. There's not to. It's in no hurry to get here for 7.
It's a long day. How come it stopped recording? Okay, there we go. Oh, there's Rusty.
I said he's in no hurry to get here for 7. Is to get ready to fuck himself. 7 minutes around.
Rusty, this is Nikki Kunkel. She's our new CAO.
You do.
Hey,
I work with Larry.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, he was telling me today. Congratulations. Got your text.
Yeah. Is your father the girl's partner? Nice to meet you. Okay, 74. All right, moved by Leeds and second by Natalie that the Recreation and Fitness Committee meeting be opened at 7 p.m. All in favor? Moved by Dan and second by Mark that the minutes of the Recreation and Fitness Committee meeting held March 6, 2023 be adopted as circulated. All in favor?
Thank you.
Any disclosure of pecuniary interest?
No.
And any presentations from public?
I wasn't sure if Tony was gonna be here tonight, so, Tony,
Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
just, move your,
FURTADO, just in case.
what did you say?
Oh, FURTADO.
TADO? Okay,
Like Nelly.
Everybody else. That's what everybody said. Person.
Are you presenting tonight? You're letting us know that you're.
I really didn't know what angle to take. I thought it would just be best to observe and see what's on board. If anything that if I need to excuse myself, by all means, but I just want to, what's on the table where I could be of service so that I can, perhaps present next time, right?
Yeah, for sure. We've seen that you have another concert coming up, but we have that on the agenda for later.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
so you can speak to it when we get to that item if you want.
If we need to, I'll answer any questions. It's just kind of just happening now, and I'm, everything's done. I'm now working on the next one. So
Perfect.
Okay,
No reports?
no,
Okay, so new business. So 6.1, terms of reference for our recreation committee. So we need to establish our references and if we're going to change our committee name.
yes,
I only seen 2 emails. I believe just Natalie and myself. I don't know how people are weighing in on this or what their thoughts are.
so we don't have to approve all of this tonight. We can work on it, see where this committee wants to be moving forward. What do you want to look like? The old one was recreation and fitness, and I don't think anything fitness ever came out of it. So that's why I suggested, if we wanted to, we could change our name, but it's just basically to establish what the committee wants to do moving forward. the present committee is 5 or 7. Do we want to say 5, or do we want to leave it at 5 or 7, depending on how many members we can recruit? So
I'll speak on that. I like the two from council on the committee. But I think honestly, we should open up our committee to as many people who want to be involved, right? Like, it's tough to get people from the community to be involved, especially if you get anybody that has any kind of history or anything that they can bring to the table. I wouldn't want to say 5 only, and then you have 1 year, you have a few people that are interested, and you don't take them because of our terms of reference, right?
So we kind of have to say a number because that will establish our quorum.
Right.
So if we're a committee of 5, then we would need 3 people. As if we say it's open, then we can't establish what the
Right.
quorum
I
would
would
be.
say 7. 7 would be a safe number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
And they're always invited to join.
Yes,
They're
Yeah.
always invited to give their comments and their,
So right now it's
5 or
7.
7. So if we can recruit 2 more
Right.
people, then.
I would kind of just leave it like that. I mean, we can take up to 7 then.
Mhm. Okay,
I mean, so we spend all that money in the park. Why don't we just call Parks and Rec? I mean, then we just spend all that money in the parks. Why get all?
what was the name you suggested? Culture.
Culture.
Community culture committee, but you came up with,
Yeah.
you know, you had your option and I understand your reasonings,
Right.
you know.
Mine was recreation, events, and culture. Was in your abbreviations, rec.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it covers.
I think
everything
that's
that we
really
do.
good.
I think it covers everything we do. Like, I think we need recreation in the title of the committee
Mhm.
for sure. I mean, 90% of what we do is that, but. You guys are happy with that?
And that would just be rec for short, yeah. Works for me.
The recreation and culture.
Recreation,
event,
events
and
and
culture.
culture. Do you have
Okay.
to add the word committee at the end? To make it official.
Yeah. So RECC.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so
Geez, we're easy going.
I know. The committee is responsible for, and then the committee's responsibilities include the following.
Providing recreational opportunities for the community.
Well, it's a good thing it's being recorded. I'll be able to go back.
Now, this is just a document that we're working on, right?
We're just working on this and that's why I said we don't have to go through all of this tonight. We can make changes, but once we have what we want, then it will go to council for approval. And then that's what's going to form the committee every term of council. Like they'll use that until that committee wants to change it, but I think what was the bylaw that was in here, like 19 something, and it was only ever changed once. 1997. Yeah, that was the original when they formed the committee.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the terms of reference, the sample that we received is a lot not as descriptive, which is good. Some of what was in the original needs to be changed and updated, so.
Yeah, we
I
had
think
one
we
way
have
back
one.
in the 70s, but we never,
I think we
it
have.
wasn't
homework
with
to do.
council. With our own rec committee.
I quickly looked at it, but we definitely have homework to do.
Yeah, and that's why I said we don't have to do this all tonight. We can discuss
No,
it,
yeah.
and the next term of council, we have 4 years basically, right? So it doesn't all have to be done like right now. We can, every committee or every meeting that
Do
we
you think
have.
we should have a subcommittee? Like, I mean, we're getting businesses, like it's gonna be intertwined now to business stuff, recreational
Well,
stuff.
for
I mean,
now, I think the, what you're talking about is the trade show that's
Yeah,
coming
like
up.
trade shows.
But I really think that's with planning and development. But she's so busy right now that it's come to us. But in the future, I would see it with that, where they would have to have a committee themselves
Just,
for development.
yeah, like.
That's
kinda
how
like
I see
development.
it.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
Because the trade show right now is not, doesn't really fall under our committee. It really
No.
falls under a development, economic development committee that we don't have right now. Sabrina is so busy,
yeah,
but
Mhm.
we took it on. But
We,
in the future,
we just didn't want to postpone it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We-
yeah,
thought
yeah, I
this
understand. I was
the
just
one
We
thinking,
need-
like, if we're thinking of
we
name
really
change
needed-
and all this, then whole,
yeah.
this whole bylaw thing's
No,
gonna have to change
no.
drastically to me.
no, we really need a committee that's
Yeah.
economic development committee on its own
I agree.
to do this type of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's really not
There's a
under
lot of
this
stuff.
umbrella.
Okay,
Yeah, the
but for now, we could
recreation.
just help out. and-
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we do, under recreation, we do have subcommittees such as the Canada Day Subcommittee. There's also the Communities in Bloom Subcommittee. But over the past couple of years, we found it so hard to find members other than the Recreation Committee to fill those. So we've just made Canada Day as part of the rec.
Hmm.
And invite members of the clubs like we did before COVID to come and help
Yeah,
out
Margot, and
instead
they
of
help, yeah.
scheduling another committee. We're always looking for volunteers and
Yeah.
everything, so.
Mhm. And I think, I know it's posted on our website, but not all people have internet, especially the seniors. And I think it would be really good if one of us took the responsibility of shouting out to them for our next committee meeting.
For the
Yeah, so
public
that-
or the
yeah, for
different
the
clubs?
public. It could be different clubs too. Invite the clubs because we want them involved in the stuff that we do, right?
Yeah,
So,
and it's exactly what I was just saying to Dan and
Mhm.
Nikki, that we used to do that before. But with the shutdown and everything,
Yeah.
we haven't gone back to a full committee. So that would be something I could send off a letter to the clubs and ask for a representative
yeah,
of
for
those
sure.
clubs to come and join us again like we used
Yeah,
to work together
yeah,
for
true.
different events to make sure
Because
that we don't.
we really need the people in our community to come and sit here and say what they need. It's fine for us to say we're gonna do this,
Mhm.
this, and this. But I really feel it's important that we hear from them to say, like, you just went all gung ho with all the activities. So, and everybody just talks so much highly of that. And if we can get their input, I think it would be really important to be able to grow this and maybe
Mhm.
have more people sit.
Okay, so as far as the terms of reference,
Yeah.
let's push it to the next meeting,
Mhm.
but let's just work on the responsibilities. So
Yeah.
over the next month, come up with a few that you think is a good fit. And then maybe a few days before the meeting, we can kind of email back and forth. And then we can kind of amalgamate.
So
all
work
of
on
them.
like one section, basically.
Yeah.
Some of them are already there. It's
Yeah.
just like, you've already answered one or two.
Yeah.
I think the responsibilities will be the big one.
Yep,
Mhm.
So if everybody comes
Yeah.
up with, 3 or 4 or 5 ideas for this, I'm sure we're gonna duplicate our ideas.
Yeah.
So we'll send them in,
mhm.
and then we'll be able to come up with a bit of a hardcore list for the start of the next meeting.
Okay,
That's a plan.
so you have homework to do before our next meeting.
Oops, I just skipped it.
6.2, review of municipal alcohol policy.
So that's another one that apparently is supposed to be reviewed annually. I did not include it in here because it's such a big document. And in the past, there was a subcommittee formed and they would meet once a year and they would review. So I'm asking for council's permission to establish that committee again and give us up to 4 extra meetings. Because it's a big document, we'll have to recruit and make a lot of changes in there. And then after that, it can, once it's approved, goes to council, and then those same people review it annually.
Does the township put many alcohol events on?
We do not, but we still have to have that policy in place. So that if, but it used to, all of the members that are on there are gone.
Right.
The laws have changed and everything, and
always
moving
good to have it
forward,
on,
it's
though.
always good to have, because if we do decide to have
Mhm.
an alcohol, where alcohol is served, we need to have that policy in place.
Mhm.
And it's required by the insurance as well. So,
I'll join that committee if you need people.
so
Like, how many
Um,
are you looking for? Like,
it's quite a big group.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
right,
representative of each
I don't know.
club. The Lions, the church, agricultural society, and
Knights of
in the
Columbus.
the Knights of Columbus, and in the policy, all of the clubs had adopted the same policy as we did. So
Mhm.
I don't know if they want to change that, or if they want to,
Mhm.
use their own moving forward or whatever. But there was an indication in there that all of the other clubs had adopted the same one that we did. So. Okay, so that's to add, to ask council for the additional 4.
Do you want to send me the current policy?
Yes, I will do that tomorrow.
I've never even seen it.
It just popped up in one of my things, and it was like, ooh, okay.
So when we hosted the party at the hall.
No, that
like, I
falls
mean,
under,
that
this is
falls
on-
under
we would have
It was
followed
still
their
around the bar.
policy. It
that
was
time.
our event,
Yeah, yeah.
but their policy.
Oh.
If we remember Canada Day way back when, we
Mhm.
used to
Yeah.
have,
Yeah,
That's
yeah, the beer tents or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So moved by Lees and seconded by Dan, that the Recreation and Fitness Committee recommends to council that up to 4 additional meeting dates be approved for the annual review of the municipal alcohol policy. All in favor? Carried. All right. So 6.3, camp update. Is that me?
yes, that's you.
So now we're insured. That got,
Yes, so
Passed
we
at the
are
last-
insured, yes.
Good, good.
so it got passed at last council meeting. It was like an additional 1,800 a year. And that insures us for any recreational activities, camps, any programs that we run as a township, right?
Yes,
On and off our property.
yes. As long as they are approved by council, and that we've put everything in place, so all our volunteers need to be
Please check.
police check and everything. We should have procedures, policies in place for that as well. So over the next couple of months, there's something, it's not on the agenda, but a volunteer recruitment program or policy to make sure that, and it's also recommended by the insurance that we have all these in place and everything. But any event that we run on or off, we are covered.
Okay.
So,
So do we want to scramble and run a summer camp this year?
is there an open week?
So we left I don't know, the week in August. I
I see a lot of
believe-
blue on there.
Huh? I believe it's August 14th to 18th, but I can confirm. But
Okay,
I left 1 week, like when I did my
Yes.
schedule in December, January. So we can discuss particulars later. I just need to know if we're leaving that open in our schedule or not. Actually, it is that week, 100%. So it's August 14th to 18th.
Mhm.
okay, does the committee want to bring that camp?
I think we should.
Okay, so I'll have
They're
a,
expecting it.
and that was something that the, when I spoke to the adjuster, and the broker. One of the things they recommended was that any event that we do like that, to get a motion of council so that it shows that council is on board and are aware that we're going to be running this event or that event. And if we need a certificate of insurance, then they're easier to get. And so that was one of their recommendations. So at the next council meeting, or not council, sorry, at the next recreation, we can start advertising and whatever, but I'll have a motion to go to council to approve our event.
So the only thing we need to decide for like immediately, basically for that week, is whether we're gonna run it at Care2 or whether we're gonna run it here.
What,
Care to forget it. It's book solid.
During the week?
It's book solid.
Never used to be, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, it was the year scheduled to be here because we wanted to do every second year.
Yeah.
So it's the year scheduled to be here. So
And the park renos and everything is done. So there won't be any,
That's gonna be there.
yeah.
Okay.
The gym equipment is all going in the spring and everything, so that's all gonna be ready. Okay, so we can start
I
working.
have a question. I just want to go back to, you said, is it all volunteers that have to have a police check?
Yes.
So if I'm volunteering at candidate, I have to get a police check?
You're running in, there's, as a recreation committee, you should be. All of our
Okay.
committee members should, because they're going to be running like some of our events.
Okay.
But you're doing the horseshoe as the case, so then no.
I just want to make sure. I don't have
Yeah.
a problem with that. Fair enough.
But our committee should,
Uh-oh.
we should.
Okay.
It's free of charge. And it takes 2 seconds on the internet. You just go to the OPP website and it takes 2 seconds.
Oh, really?
They usually charge me $20.
Yeah,
As a volunteer,
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
said it was, didn't we?
yeah. Yeah.
We had to get some and they said, oh, it's $20.
Yeah.
Really?
So I had to get a police check and I had to pay $20.
the cost was pretty minor. We'll reimburse it.
Oh,
yeah,
If we get a
for sure.
volunteer out of it.
You may need a letter.
yeah, if you get a letter, yeah,
Okay.
we'll look into it. And if there is a charge, then the committee will reimburse.
Now, there's 2 different kinds and I can't remember.
It's vulnerable sector.
Yeah, that's the
anything
one we
with Young
need.
kids or older populations,
Yeah,
and then just a regular police check.
So we just need a regular one?
a vulnerable sector
Vulnerable
check. Yeah.
All right, 6.4, volunteer recognition program.
Yes, it's an idea I had, that we've always recognized our volunteers, different clubs and everything. And usually we do a presentation at council. And I thought instead of doing it as a presentation at council, what if we were to do it on Canada Day? And we can ask the different clubs, if they recommend someone, they can do 1 or 2, or members of the community. And just before we would do, like, just before we start doing the mayor's barbecue, at that time, we could recognize all our volunteers and I'll present them with a certificate.
That'll probably bring more people in.
It could, because we did one for Monsieur Ouellette before Christmas. And then we did one for Robert Lamarche. And then this week,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then this week we, because Madame Raymond was not feeling well, Mary and Albert Benoit actually went to her house. And that's what made me think of that. It's like if, in the past, we used to, on Canada Day, recognize one member of the community, but why limit to just one? You know, I've
And it'd be
seen,
perfect on Canada Day,
yes,
because I didn't know of these people that got awards or certificate.
And it's nothing, it's just a certificate
Mhm.
thanking them for their services to the
It's
community.
not just a certificate.
No, it's
It
true.
means- It means. a
But it's-
lot
it's
to
not-
Someone who is
Yes,
volunteering.
exactly.
Yeah, we could take their picture and post it online. and-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for us, it's just a certificate, but when you present it to them, it recognizes the efforts they've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
There's
for,
nothing more validating to someone who gives of their time. Something like that. It could be the smallest thing,
Mhm,
but that they're validated and
Yes.
feel appreciated.
because without the help of
Yeah.
volunteers,
Absolutely.
we wouldn't have all these clubs and everything.
Yeah.
So I thought, if we could start doing this every year. And like I said, you don't have to have a limit of 1 or 2. You just ask the clubs or the members of the community. We're looking for names who you want recognized for their efforts. And then we take 5 minutes before
For sure.
we actually start the hot dogs.
So when do we want to start advertising that?
We can put something on the website. I'm hoping to work on a newsletter within the next month or so.
Okay.
Because
then we
have to
could
send
put-
our flyers out for the community day.
Yeah,
I'm already getting calls. No,
Mhm.
wait for the flyer.
okay. Just I've been sending people your way. Go
Wait.
see Lee's. So when we send out the newsletter, we can put that information in there.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll have our camp confirmed, so we can start advertising for that as well.
So 8.1, unfinished business, so 2023 events, Canada Day.
Christoph is booked. I was looking for his name there. Christoph the magician is booked. I think he's scheduled for 3:30 and an hour and a half show in that area. So he'll be here. We have a credit through Northern Bounce because we were supposed to rent some bouncy castles. I don't know if he still has some available for Canada Day, but I also spoke to Nancy, Lisa Groves, Nancy, and I asked her about it. And it looks like we are going to go ahead with a movie night.
Yeah.
They just need to get back to us with a date. And I asked her about the bouncy castles and I said, is that something we could have there? And she said, yes. So we have a couple of options of, because we'll lose our credit.
I think
So-
if we can get it for Canada Day, we should. And if we can't,
Yeah.
then movie night is a nice second, but
You can put it in the certificate.
And insurance is gonna cover that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Never know with insurance.
Okay. So I'll call him back and see if he still has anything for Canada Day. And if not, I'll let him know we'll go to movie night. Okay. Are we doing the axe throwing and reptile camp?
Are you booked?
I'm saying no to that one.
I think so.
Oh,
I've
yes.
always looked like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can-
Absolutely.
I can do it. I didn't.
Yeah.
Reptile Camp is an educational program.
I didn't
Why would we
disclose
not
at the
do
community
People love it.
interest, but
I mean,
It also
kids
wasn't-
Why
like
would
look
we
at
not
it.
do an educational program?
Okay. So I'll
Absolutely.
contact reptile
Yeah.
camp
I
we
have,
do that.
for sure.
And axe throwing,
and
The
see if
people
they are
really liked it.
available.
you're pretty close to me, but that's okay.
A good shot. Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I contacted Linda Overton and she is working on our bands for the day.
Okay.
What's today? Third.
Third.
The Lions are having a meeting on the 5th, I believe.
Yes.
And they will be discussing the Canada or the duck race
Mhm.
and the caboose, so they will get back to me after that meeting. Denise Rameau is, the food bank is going to be doing the canteen again this year, so they'll look after all that.
It's a great fit.
So that's what I have for Canada Day so far.
And then the trade show, I came up with a registration form.
Mhm.
We came up with a flyer. So I think we're ready to go and start.
Yeah, you
Come
mentioned, pardon?
You can start promoting it.
Yes, you'd mentioned some changes or something to the registration form.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, where to email it.
so I have email address. Okay, so we'll put the office here.
Where to email it, I think was the one change. And the other thing we should probably add is what date it should be into by.
Okay,
Oh, because we wanted to be.
Yeah,
so if we do August 31st, is that what
Yeah,
we
that's what I
said?
did.
August 31st, that would give us enough time.
you did an awesome job on this.
She
Natalie.
did,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm glad
my
you like it.
she did. Like even the colors.
You're on
um,
speed dial now.
I don't know if it'll help you in the future or if not. The colors we actually have, I don't know what it's
Pencil,
called.
PMS flashes, yeah.
Yes, okay, and same as
The font.
the font and everything. So for the
Perfect.
small community, big heart, I have that font, so I can tell you what it is. So in the future, if you choose to do more, then you'll have those.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
Awesome.
That'd be
Yeah.
excellent.
So,
Awesome
so
job,
we're
Steve,
saying
too.
that a business is anybody, right? Dog walker,
Exactly.
they don't need a business license. Dog walker, somebody that's gonna come and shovel snow, anybody. And we're saying that they need to live in Bonfield,
Bonfield, Rutherglen area.
not that their business is here, or both, either one.
Well, I feel there's a few businesses that are on the outskirts, right? But they live in Bonfield.
Right. So we're gonna.
I drive all the way over
Yeah,
there
right.
just to support
If they live in
them.
Bonfield, then
So I really feel that if they live in Bonfield, they should be able to join the trade show.
Okay.
Just because their business is on the outskirts.
yeah, no,
Hey,
I agree.
some
Yeah.
So
don't
then
have
we
a
need to
choice,
change
but
this
just-
Yeah,
text here.
they got, that's
Because
where
it's
their
too
location is.
expensive.
Yeah. I for
No,
sure.
no. I think everybody that lives or resides
So
in our area.
Wait,
offer
should
a
be-
service.
Should be,
Right.
well, offer
Within the
service.
township of Bonfield.
Well, it says right now, it says all residents of Bonfield and Rutherglen who operate a business or offer a service within the township of Bonfield are eligible. We can also put all residents.
But see, if we're saying that
Right.
people outside, if they're operating their business, so we need to remove within the
Yeah,
township of
yeah.
Bonfield.
All residents of Bonfield.
Yeah,
and Rutherglen who operate a business or offer a
Yeah.
service are
Are
eligible.
eligible.
yes,
So just
Yeah.
remove within the township of Bonfield.
because then you're limiting the ones that do live here, but their business is outside, and
Yeah.
that could be out of their control. I'll go over there and support them because
Agreed.
they're from Bonfield.
Did Darlene get to for the hall? Did we rent the hall?
Yes, the hall is rented, it's booked and everything.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So we can just start setting this up, right?
yep,
Yep.
and we're going to, I think there's enough of the big tables to probably do about 20 spots. And that's about what we usually run for the craft show. And there's also the upstage that we can use. So,
And outside. It's still early enough in the year, like
October could be nice.
I'll set up a tent.
yeah,
outside.
depending if it's nice or whatever, we can offer outside.
I'm sure other people will want to be outside.
Well,
Inside.
like, you know, if the guy with the garlic comes,
Yeah.
you know, with the
Yeah, the farmers.
pumpkins and stuff like that, he's gonna wanna be outside
Yeah,
anyways.
if Samson comes with tools and equipment, they could set up outside, so we
And
could,
it's free, right?
yes, it is free. It is free. And did we put the time?
10 to
10
4.
10 to 4, okay.
Great.
Okay, anything
number-
else or that we're missing?
I think so for now. That was so easy. That was an easy one to do.
It'll take care of itself.
Everything's easy
Yeah.
for you, Steve.
Okay, so.
Here, sign this.
Oh, can I just add, just very quickly, we had a quick meeting with the library about the play, and they're on board. They're gonna look at either setting up a side exhibition to complement the play, other, ideas that they're gonna come up with, see if they can speak to the local historian, so they're on board.
I figured that was a
Are,
good fit.
Super.
are you looking, like, are you gonna look after everything that needs to be?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll own that, yeah.
okay,
That's in June.
June 10th.
yes, okay.
Don't forget, I volunteered.
So moved
I
by
won't forget.
Lee, seconded by Mark, whereas the Recreation and Fitness Committee will be hosting a trade show on October 14th, 2023 at the Bonfield Community Center. Therefore, the Recreation and Fitness Committee recommends the council to approve the attached trade show advertising and registration form. All in favor?
Great work, guys.
Since we're still on the events, an update to our Easter egg hunt. I spoke to Rolly at Shiba Bets or Mr. D's. When we bought the plastic eggs, there was 12 golden eggs in each box. So when Renee was here to fill the first batch, we were saying that it would be cool if there was something special in those eggs. So I approached Rolly and he's agreed to donate one pizza. And a piece, well,
A
it is
slice.
a slice, but it's
Slice.
going to be
Slice.
one whole pizza.
Right.
But in the eggs, there's going to be a little sticker like that will allow them to go to the Mr. D's, or it's actually sponsored by Shiba Bets, but they can get one free slice of pizza.
Nice.
So that's the rest. There is also a resident, I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but I will, Emma Brown, who contacted me on Friday, and she's making a whole bunch of eggs as well. And we'll drop them off this week. So she's
Nice.
filling them with little treats and we'll add
Wow, that is
to.
so awesome.
Yes, so the kids should have lots of eggs to pick on Saturday. I'm
That
not
is so
sure.
super.
Yeah, they're, I have a couple of people who are interested in doing the Easter Bunny, but I don't know if they have narrowed it down yet, so. Another thing, I got an email today from Leanne, and she is, I'll just quickly show you something else that she's working on for the summer.
All hockey crew.
Yeah, so the email says that she's been working with Calendar and East Ferris soccer program coordinator to try to have a few games, but we need to know how many teams we have, and this year will be too late to try to coordinate. So the plan was to have do our soccer like she's been doing, and then organize a couple of games against Calendar and East Ferris towards the end of the year, the season.
No, that's fun.
The other one is she would also like to add ball hockey for this year. There's a generic registration form, ball hockey and soccer, and then they could register. Talk to the school if the school will give out the registration forms. And she says, again, I don't have funding. I'm going to look for donations again this year. And hopefully by the hockey start, she would like to have t-shirts for all the kids. And then she was asking if she gets t-shirts made, she was going to put Bonfield Youth Sports and see if she could put our logo on them. Because of the insurance, we need to make sure that any activity that she runs is covered by us. So I'm going to talk to her, and I would ask the group too to recommend that these activities be done on our behalf or whatever, just to make sure that they're covered.
For sure.
It's good for her to do this and to help out, but we've got to make sure our kids are covered if anything happens.
If you can send me her email, we will donate to her $500 again this year. And there might be little trinkets as well that
Okay, there's
Yeah.
still some money left from last
it doesn't
year.
matter.
I'm just saying, there was a little bit left from last year that we can move to this year and help her offset the cost.
Because I put that aside already, hoping that she would do it, so.
Okay, so do you guys want me to quickly write up a motion to send it to council?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, how are we going to word this?
You're the expert.
Okay, so at the rec committee.
No pressure, all eyes are on you.
Yeah, I know, I see that. Recommends to council that,
That any event coordinated with soccer, anything that has to do is covered.
With youth sports.
Should be covered by our insurance, like how, yeah, I mean,
And you recommended children's sports event. Does it have to be
Youth
children?
sports.
Or council approved youth sports.
Okay, yeah.
Like, you just can't say anybody, right?
yeah.
no,
It has to be council approved.
Through the
youth
committee,
sports
or
or
just
something,
coming through
committee, whatever.
here to council. to-
Just so someone doesn't just go out and say, I'm gonna start something and think it's
Mhm.
covered under the township.
yeah.
So committee approved then.
At
Somebody
any
shows up on the
event.
weekend, they just play a game and then move, somebody gets hurt. So we had nothing to do with it, like,
Regarding
Well,
sports.
committee's gonna send it to council anyways, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you might as well say council approved, youth sports, or something along those lines.
What do you suggest?
I suggested being named and who's organizing it and the coordinator that's actually going to be coordinating these ones.
So that
And then
any
name
event,
them soccer and.
That Renee is gonna,
so any event coordinated by
Yeah.
Leanne
oh,
McKenzie
yeah,
Yes.
not Renee.
On behalf
Um,
of,
on behalf of the, okay,
Yeah.
that any
Okay.
event,
and if anybody else wants, I mean,
They should come to the
Yeah.
community too.
making sure, yeah, makes sense.
and that way it leaves her kind of open to, this winter she had talked about hockey, right?
Yeah, I tried to get her to do ice hockey and with the rink and
The ice.
their kids' schedule and stuff, it just wasn't gonna work for this year.
I just lost the rest there.
on
Coordinated
behalf
by,
of the township.
okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
So we need to get her paperwork in order as well.
That's as far as I got.
That's just-
Sorry, guys.
So everything we got there? That the Recreation and Fitness Committee recommends that any event coordinated by Leanne McKenzie on behalf of the township.
As approved by council.
As approved?
Yeah.
Okay,
Would be covered under the insurance.
okay.
The township insurance.
Okay. Good.
All right. That the Recreation and Fitness Committee recommends that any event coordinated by Leanne McKenzie on behalf of the township as approved by council be covered by the township insurance. Moved by Nathalie, second by Dan. All in favor? So yeah, just make a note when you email her that we need her
Yes,
police check. and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, number 8, any correspondence?
no,
Okay, so down to 9.1 for information, 9.1 roller derby scrimmage.
We've had a call from an individual wanting to reserve the rink for the day, and they're going to actually do a roller derby scrimmage. The township will be invited to go watch and whatever. There's also another event that may happen at the same time. We were approached by old time locomotives. I don't know, if, like they're the little things there.
Oh, yeah.
And they would leave from North Bay and work their way down to Mattawa, Tembec, and then back. And they were hoping to do a stop here. And it would be on that day. So we could organize some kind of fundraising for the food bank or whatever and have both activities at the same time.
So what do they need from us? What would it be?
Just nothing.
Just a clear rink?
Yep.
So you're just moving all the equipment off?
We may, yes. We would have to, we're still talking with them and see how much we need and whatever. So that would be the
Are
only
these
thing.
professional roller derby people? Oh, my God, that'll be so much.
They're doing,
I was gonna
they're
say,
doing some local
Bring
stuff.
you back.
Like, I've seen them
Mhm.
in
Like,
calendar
are
and
they
stuff.
coming
Yeah,
roller derby, old time roller, really?
I don't know how professional they are, but
Some of them get hurt, so.
Someone's gonna get hurt.
That's
yeah,
what I'll
they do
You
have
gotta
their
have
own,
insurance
they
It's already-
Have their own.
they have their own
EMTs.
insurance and
Yeah.
everything.
I was gonna
They got their own
say.
insurance, that's sweet.
Yes, she said that they would provide us with an insurance certificate and everything, so they
Yeah.
confirmed the date, but we're
Oh
still
my
working out
God.
all of the details.
How are they gonna do that on a rink that's not, like, don't they have to have a special angle to
Usually
them?
They might bring their own.
Maybe they'll bring their own.
Who knows?
I'm gonna
That's
have to go see that.
crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah, so they asked us if there was a fee, and I said at this time, we do not have fees established for the rental. However, a donation to the recreation committee would be appreciated. So
If they're
Absolutely.
not doing food and stuff, let's get the,
open up the canteen.
yeah, same thing for,
Yeah.
same as Canada
Yep.
and stuff, right? Like,
Somebody could use that for sure, you know?
9.2, Jason and I are running a cornhole tournament July 15th. We're 90% sure we're gonna run it here, using the rink. We'll have more info on that soon, but that's the date for sure, 100%. 9.3 comedy night, April 22nd at the hall. That's booked, so that's only like a few weeks away. First one went well, that's the second one. 9.4 is Gem House, is running their second concert May 6th. So tickets I've seen today are available now, and it's a country night.
Where can you buy the tickets?
At the store and at the pharmacy
Store, pharmacy, and the bank.
in the bank.
Okay, you brought them at the case?
I didn't make it before they closed.
Okay,
I'll
okay,
be there,
no,
I'll be there in the morning as well
Okay.
as going to see for beer, so.
okay,
They're currently at Rolly, so if anybody is stopping in
Okay.
there, they're there. And,
And I think you just announced the bands today.
To be honest with you, I've been on the road all day. I got home and Carrie's been at stuff, but we haven't even had a chance to find out where we're at, so I just wanted to get here and, take home more data, so.
I seen a
Okay.
post today.
Mhm.
So you-
She obviously put up a poster.
Yeah.
And I mean, everything's there on the poster, and then, of course, we'll follow up with other stuff, and we'll start to post, some, segments of the band so that we can see what we're getting and all that sort of thing. Right.
Okay.
All right.
And this would be held at the hall.
Alcohol.
It's at the church hall, yeah.
Okay.
We'll get a license, set up and all that, so just, just keep the ball going, the momentum and keeping with the comedy thing, and I think this is 2 weeks after that, so I think it's a good balance from one to the other. And, the comedy and the country band are quite opposite, so I think everything's falling into place good there.
All right. Next meeting is May 1st.
I thought it was May 8th. That's what I had in
First
my
Monday.
calendar.
First Monday,
May 1st, yeah.
May 1st.
Okay, I'm gonna be in Toronto for next
Okay.
session.
Okay. Am I missing,
Easter, the little egg hunt is here, or is it in?
It's here,
Saturday.
yeah, on Saturday, all at the same time,
Like here is right here over at the rink.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Okay.
Ah.
So she's going to do like the smaller kids maybe here, the bigger kids over there. Depends how much snow we lose in the next 3 days. So we're gonna go by that. So,
Moved by Lee, seconded by Mark, that the Recreation Fitness Committee meeting be adjourned at 7:49 PM. All in favor?
Is it too late to ask one question? One question. It is too late. It's regarding Canada Day, and it's just simply that I'm trying to prepare the hall for another event. But Darlene seems to be of the opinion that it wouldn't be fair to do that since we have other endeavors going on. I disagree. I think if we have all the more, more the merrier, and then, that event will pretty much be after all the daytime events anyway, so it could be like a good finale.
because our bands usually run till 9:30.
Before the fireworks.
Yeah, they
Right,
stop
so-
at 9:30 for
Yeah,
the
I mean,
fireworks.
what we could do is get something worthwhile to maybe start, start just prior to the fireworks, maybe like an opening act so that it doesn't, and then the fireworks and then, or the band could start and then take a break for the fireworks. And then everyone could step outside and enjoy the fireworks and then go back and finish the night there.
Darlene reached out to me as well today in that regards,
Right.
and I had no problem with it, so I believe she'll be contacting me back, like,
Yeah,
it's not that I'm,
no, where we've
Oh,
left
okay.
off with is, please pencil that in. But since there's a concern, I'll be in the right place to address it. So
yeah,
consider it addressed.
so yeah, that was her concern, is that you'd just be pulling away from other things, but I think, Canada Day should be celebrated, and as much as we want to run stuff, right? Like,
I mean, it would be, try how, cooperate and any thoughts on keeping it working in conjunction with what's going on. As I
Yeah.
say, it could be, set up a time so that it works out for.
There's also an event going on at the Bonfield Event Park that day and that night.
Mhm.
There's going to be bands there too, so I don't
Nothing wrong
know.
with a little healthy
Yeah.
competition,
Yeah,
right? Plus they'll be outside and this one will be inside, which is quite different. And as well, if the weather doesn't cooperate on that end, there will be something to fall back on.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pray for rain that day.
don't you dare.
So, I'll follow that through and
I believe she'll be in touch.
I'll tell her that we're all set.